you guys want to support us even further, check out our Patreon. The link is in the description. All right, guys, we're in for another episode of 5 for Talking. I'm here with Caps, your boy Campo, Risotto, Lamborghini, and Bargo. All right, guys, so how do you feel about your picks here in the second round?
Absolutely zero confidence in all my picks.
100% satisfaction guaranteed.
Yeah, I'm satisfied as well. I mean, a couple of them are upsetting me, but the series are all tight. My picks are not that bad, but
even if I'm losing, I'm 100% guaranteed because I'm not gonna ever admit that I lost.
You lost. You lost, man.
It's okay.
No, I mean all my picks are doing horrible. So
I'm basically winning all of them.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I'm not doing too bad. Okay, so you got St. Louis and Nashville night route right now. Preds are leading the series 3-2. Nick, would you go with that one?
I'm pretty sure I went with St. Louis.
Yeah, you did.
But yeah, but I just never thought that Nashville would come this far and do so well. It looks like you got the old PK Rene back to his old self again, and he's just been playing so well, dominating. And don't get me wrong, without his defensive core guys, Ryan Ellis, what was it, Subban and who's he?
Yossi.
Yossi?
You say Hosey?
Yossi?
Yeah,
it's like,
Hosey.
yeah, because of them, they're playing so well in front of them that they're just giving their team a chance.
Risotto, Lamborghini.
Nashville.
What's that? Nashville?
Take it away.
You?
I'm Nashville as well. Take it away. Nick pretty much covered everything.
No, I'm telling you right now, if Nashville comes out of the series, Nashville wins the cup.
Joel Edmondson.
Really?
I'm just saying that right now.
Tarasenko is a stinker right now.
Do you think if Nashville goes through and they face Anaheim or Edmonton, they're going to beat them no matter what?
When they go through and they face Anaheim, it's going to be a good series because those
really
are
good series.
Right now, as far as I've seen, those are the two best teams in the West.
Agreed.
No.
Agreed on that 100%.
I just see Nashville just winning the cup. It doesn't matter who comes out of the East.
You do not beat Chicago that badly, and you're not a good team.
Yeah, but Chicago played horrible.
But they're Chicago. That's their own fault.
Yeah, agreed. So next up, you got Anaheim and Edmonton. Right now, Ducks are leading the series 3-2.
Okay, first of all, let me just make it clear.
Okay.
I like Edmonton. That's why I picked them. Okay. I know Anaheim's the better team, but I just wanted Edmonton to do well and come out of the series. But like I said before, I said that if Corey Perry and Ryan Getzlaf, the two biggest side shaders in the NHL, get under the skin of the star players in Edmonton, that they were going to come out of this series. And looks like that's exactly what's been happening because those two guys are getting under the skin of Talbot.
What'd you do?
Anaheim.
Why?
Because Anaheim. Because Ryan Getzlaf. Who's stopping him? Little baby Connie? He's going to hold him back in the paint? There's not one center on that team that's a big guy.
Do you guys want to get into this debate now about this series, or do you want to cover everything else and then go
we'll get through this, but that's mine. Ryan Getzlaf, Anaheim.
I picked Anaheim just because they were the better team. The only team I'll favor and pick 100% is Toronto. I won't favor every other team. I'll go with who I think will win.
It's like when we drunk argued, which didn't work out, about it. I get what you're saying with Toronto, but everyone's arguing, you're not going to pick Edmonton because they're Canadian. So what? I picked a team that's better. I'm just going to pick a team because they're Canadian.
First of all, I don't sound like that.
That wasn't him.
You weren't there.
But that's basically what he sounds like.
It was just like a 2-hour debate and argument about the whole series.
That went nowhere because no one heard anything that anybody said.
Yeah, because someone talks too much. Right now you got... okay, in the East you got New York, Ottawa. Right now Sens are leading the series 3-2 with a big win last night. Who'd you pick?
I still hate Ottawa.
So who'd you pick?
I picked New York.
Fair enough.
I picked New York, and I don't care. I'm sticking with New York. I just don't like Ottawa.
Okay, you want to just say
you
Ottawa all
can
day
you can answer for me. What's my answer?
Ottawa all day. That's it. No comment.
But why?
Cause Ottawa.
Because Carlson. But it's okay.
If you want to get technical, like Tourist has become Mr. Clutch, and that's the only reason why. But it's the biggest reason why that Ottawa has been getting through.
I think right now the depth in Ottawa is playing a huge factor in New York.
And Kyle Turris is clutch, and
Carlson's amazing.
And
Carlson's amazing. Yes, I know.
And because Ottawa.
Didn't he just set like a points record last night for?
I don't know.
I was pretty sure I saw something last night where Carlson.
Check it out.
Carlson.
Thanks, producer. Fact checker.
Maybe you can look it up
Flip
at
us
some
off
point.
in the background.
Maybe you can look it up at some point. But I'm pretty sure Carlson set a record for most points by an Ottawa Senator.
I gotta be honest, I didn't know it was an afternoon game and I missed it. He just started yelling that Ottawa won.
I watched most of it and then listened to the OT in the car ride. All right, so my series I picked New York. I thought Lundqvist would play a big factor in the series. I mean, he's not playing bad. It's the depth in Ottawa that's making a big difference. It's all the other players that are rolling for the team.
Even if Ottawa wins, I'm still going for New York.
Because
I hate Ottawa.
Carlson. All right, let's go.
All right. You got Pittsburgh and Washington right now. Pittsburgh's leading the series 3-2. Washington came up with a big win last night. 4-2 win.
Yeah, it just looked like the lines were connecting, so Barry Trotz came in and shuffled all the lines and looked like...
Put Ovechkin on the third line.
Put Ovechkin on the third line.
And
hey, man, if your star player is not pitching in and doing his part, then, you know.
I don't think it was like teaching him a lesson thing. It was kind of maybe with the matchups. You're putting him on a third line. He'll face a little third line Pittsburgh or whatever they're doing there.
I just think it was smart. That was smart.
Spread out the talent.
If you're stinking it up, just get out. Realize that you're not doing good and figure it out.
Yeah, spread out the talent.
He scored.
He did score. That's what I'm saying. It worked. They got him rolling, right? If that's what it's going to take to get him going, go for it. You need him to be scoring.
And Washington.
But as of right now...
Because
Washington. Oh, yeah. Who did you even pick? Who did you pick in this series?
I picked Washington. But as of right now, I don't even think Ovechkin's been the best
Washington.
Player. Yeah, exactly. I picked
Ovechkin's
Washington.
not the best player right now.
Ovechkin's not their best player.
No, not right now. It's probably back.
I picked Washington and I got excited when Crosby left the game, thinking like, okay, now it's over for Crosby and Washington's gonna do it.
Where has Kuznetsov been? It's like he's just
on
disappeared for the last entire calendar year.
He's like an every other game make a difference player right now.
He's like I'm not even playing on the team difference player.
Do you think that Crosby hit? Like, what are your opinions on that?
That wasn't a hit. That was a hit.
The 3 seconds before that, when Ovechkin whacked him in the back of the head, that
wasn't a hockey play. But Ovechkin turned into a guy, and with 0.2 seconds to react, he put his arms up to fucking protect himself. And,
well, no, I mean, like, he did go. He went to go give a shot at Crosby. The fact that Crosby was falling and everything like that, he hit him in the head because of how Crosby's body
was more worried about his knee that like bent triple backwards and.
I don't think it was as dirty as people are saying. I mean, like he's coming across the crease. If anybody in the playoffs is coming across your net, you're gonna take a shot at them regardless who it is. You're not gonna look at no names, nothing. It's just how he was falling and where he hit him. That's what I think made the big difference in that.
So let me ask you guys a question. These are one of my questions I was gonna ask, but I'll ask now. Do you think he came back too early, Crosby?
I think so. If it's a concussion,
if he's concussed, I think he probably should have sat out the series maybe, or at least a couple games. I know what Pittsburgh's trying to do. They won without him though, so like, do you really need to bring him back? Like they brought him back and they lost.
Well, up to this point, I think you mentioned it before. It was Malkin's got the most points on.
He does
on the Penguins team.
13 assists, 4 goals.
So I guess do they really need Crosby this series? But
well, if you came through the series and you win, I think it's a risk because I'd rather have saved Crosby and hope he's ready for the semis.
Yeah, for conference finals.
But yeah, it's whatever.
With a concussion, you can't mess around with it. And I think he did come back a little too early. The protocol is 7 to 10 days. He cannot come back till 7 to 10 days. He came back 2 days later.
Well, you got Crosby,
and he's suffered concussions before.
Yeah, he's the next Brett Lindros. He's Brett Lindros part 2.
Yeah, like I mean, it wasn't that hard of a hit. It's just like he hit him right on the side, like of the head.
Yeah.
On the
but at this point, I think his head's just too sensitive, and
so he's a piece of glass, is what you're telling me now.
Yeah, glass.
His career is based off one hit, and he's done.
Yeah.
For the rest of his
career. Like Connie McGlass.
Connie McGlass.
Or Steven Stamglass.
Steven Stamglass is glass.
Stephen Glasgow.
Steven.
We'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsor, water. It's everywhere.
Okay, so what do you think about the reffing controversies going on right now in Edmonton? A lot of goals that weren't called back, potential goaltender interferences. Like Lucic went out strong, talking to the media about it, saying how if there's an answer for this, someone please let me know how that's not goaltender interference. The coach even said it in the press conference after the game. Like after a game like that, how can you not talk about it? How can you not be upset?
I saw the highlights in the last game. In particular, the last game, I don't know. It just seemed like everything was fair, and
I don't know. Yeah. I'm not even arguing it.
I don't know, man. That's tough, but it seemed like everything was fair. Calls were going both ways. I didn't see any.
Well, they're not really getting into Gibson like they're getting into Talbot.
Listen,
like they're not getting in the crease. They're not bumping the goalie or anything like that against Anaheim.
But that's how you win.
Edmonton doesn't.
I'm not denying that. I'm just talking about.
You don't win by pussyfooting around, hoping that that the other team's just not going to hit you.
But the difference is that Edmonton doesn't have Corey Perry. Corey Perry does that. He gets
same with Kessler.
Yeah, and Kessler does that as well.
How many players got injured in like 10 seconds of that game?
I know, man. Anaheim was all over them. Body check injury.
Getzlaf lightly rubbed the guy out on the boards and he was done.
That wasn't a light rubble. That's like a 250.
Yeah, but for him, that was like just skate. That was like opening a door for him. It's like how he goes through it.
No, that's how I go through doors. Okay, yeah, and so the controversy was Corey Perry when he came across the crease, bumped the goalie's blocker and the shot went in top blocker side, top left corner. And then the other one was Kessler in the crease. He was getting bumped around. Probably held down. His arm was over the goalie's pad, couldn't get up, and he just rubbed it in on a low.
One argument here.
Yeah.
You pushed the guy down. You pushed him on your own goalie. Then you held him down on top of your own goalie, and you want goalie interference. Don't come through here telling me that was a bad call. Like that was the defenseman's fault. Why would you do that?
Yeah, but I think the only argument is that the guy's glove was inside the goalie's pad.
But because he was getting held down.
The goalie couldn't get up.
Okay, you hit Corey Perry from behind after the whistle. Didn't get a penalty. And they got a goal taken back from them because of a high stick. So the refs are obviously they're not calling an unfair game. They're just calling the game. They went upstairs. They called Toronto and reviewed that.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And then what about the icing one where they tied it late in the game? I think it was 2 games ago. Where Getzlaf blocked a shot, made a pass out. Nobody touched the puck, went down the ice. I guess maybe it was the Edmonton player that hesitated to skate back and they waved it off because he wasn't skating. But they came around the board play, went to Getzlaf, cross pass, scores.
I don't know.
Icing, no
if
icing.
Edmonton loses this series, just rebuild. Let's do it again. 5th time in 5 years, let's just rebuild.
Why would Edmonton want to do another rebuild?
Because that's all they know how to do.
This season they were pretty successful. Why would they want to do another?
They're like the Philadelphia 76ers of hockey.
McDavid was very successful this year.
Yeah, McDavid is good.
Chris Russell. I know how much you hate to hear it, but Cam Talbot did his part this year. So
in this series against Anaheim, you have players like Maroon, Cassian, the same stuff we talk about the Leafs. You have the Anaheim Stars going out there and breaking people apart.
Listen,
you have these goons who have done absolutely nothing in this series, backing down from Getzlaf.
Yeah, all the goal scorers on Anaheim can hit.
Yeah.
And all the guys who are hitters on Edmonton are useless. Lucic is the most useless player of this season.
Yeah.
He was the worst pickup for them and the money they gave him.
Well, and Eberle too. Eberle's doing 0.
Yeah, Eberle and Nugent Hopkins is not that good either. But whatever it is. The reason Edmonton's losing is because they don't have Zach Hyman or Aki Berg.
Matt Merchant?
Let's not get in there.
Right.
It's Martin.
Matt Martin. Still useless.
It all came back around.
What goes around comes around. Good to go? Yeah. Alright, so who's the best player in the second round, in your opinion?
Getzlaf.
Yeah, I'll go Getzlaf. I just because they're just tearing it up. Even Corey Perry's tearing it up too. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Getzlaf. He's logging a lot of minutes. He's playing almost the whole game. He's out there for every goal. He's getting a lot of points, and he's working Edmonton. On the body, everything.
I'm also gonna say Carlson.
I don't know about in this round.
Guy's playing on one ankle.
Carlson because?
I'm not picking Carlson at all.
Carlson because Carlson.
No, you're Carlson because of Carlson, or you
Carlson
Getzlaf
because
of
Carlson,
Getzlaf?
and Getzlaf because Getzlaf.
I'm Getzlaf because Getzlaf.
And goalie because goalie.
He's out working every player in Edmonton, the whole team.
Yeah, is this where we can talk about that now?
Is that what you want to talk about?
Yeah, that's what I want to talk about.
Well, that's what we're talking about.
The little baby centers that they have on Edmonton that can't even win a face-off, let alone match up against the big guys, Ryan Kessler and Getzlaf.
Right now, Vermette is leading in the series in face-off percentages. Vermette.
Yeah,
Not-
he's a good.
not
He's
Kessler,
been known as a
not
good
Kessler, not-
face-off winner, though.
Nobody on Edmonton.
That's what he does, is win
Yeah.
face-offs.
You have Kessler, who's good at that as well, and then you have Getzlaff, who's just a straight up beast.
Like, I watched them, like, try to stop him, and there's, like, 4 little kids hanging off the side of him, and he's, like, the school bus, like, just driving down the lane.
Yeah, I don't know.
man.
He's unstoppable. He's like on a juggernaut tear right now. He's on fire. Okay, so who, if you had to pick 2 players right now, a player and a goalie, who would you pick in the second round?
Pekka Rinne and Ryan Getzlaff.
Man, Ellis and
Why Ellis?
Because he wants a good defenseman.
So why didn't he pick Carlson? Like you just said, he's a beast in the second round.
Because he chose Ellis.
Because of Carlson. That's
That
why
was
I'm
my
asking.
choice, not his.
No, he said as well as Carlson.
no, because I
But
like
you're picking
Carl-
Ellis as a defenseman.
Yeah, I just based on what I've seen in terms of highlights and whatnot, it seems as though he's holding it together in terms of making the team better. Carlson is, it's more of an individual effort. I feel like his team is doing well, but it's just, I don't know. I just feel that Ellis is he's really stepped it up. Carlson was always good. It's just Ellis has sort of like stepped it up a lot.
So what about
in my
goalie?
eyes. Goalie?
Say
Yeah,
Talbot. Say
Don't
Talbot.
say it.
Say it.
Don't say it.
I can't. At this point, I can't really say Talbot. Talbot is doing very well, but in terms of who's stepped up and who's gone up another level, it's probably PK Rene. I'm just saying because you know what? All in all, Nashville has really surprised me. I'm just very surprised with how well Nashville's doing.
Yeah, they're rolling right now.
Probably Carrie Underwood singing national anthem.
Nice. That's usually me. I'm glad you put that out there.
Brought that up. I had to.
You had to do it.
All right, so I'm going to go with Pekka Rinne. The guy's got in the playoffs 7 wins. He's averaging a 1.41 goals against average, and his save percentage is .95.
Who?
Rinne.
That's who you picked?
Yeah, and then for player, I'm going to go with Getzlaff as well. He has 8 goals, and I'm pretty sure like 4 of them are in this series. Let alone assists. He's on 13 points, I believe, right now in the playoffs. Majority of his points coming against Edmonton. They can't stop him. Everyone's worried about stopping McDavid.
The problem with McDavid, it's not that he's bad. He's probably the most dynamic player in the NHL. It's that
He's just overworked.
He's
Teams are keying
getting
him in.
he's getting overplayed against teams that are big and strong, and he doesn't have that. Where at least Sidney Crosby has on his side the skill to kind of move people a bit. He's better defensively. Like Connor McDavid's not playing defense. Like when it's defensive time, he's off the ice instantly. Crosby's out there on the penalty kill. Crosby's out there in all the situations.
Yeah, but the team in Pittsburgh too is different because you have way more depth throughout the lines, so you don't really need to rely on him. He doesn't have as much pressure as McDavid has. But the argument with that as well is that every team that has faced Edmonton has been shadowing McDavid.
Yeah, and if
They're
you shut him
putting a
down,
guy
there's
on him.
nobody.
Yeah, that's what I mean, exactly. They're winning games because the players around McDavid are finishing up the plays. Without McDavid, those guys would be obsolete. Like, he's getting points here and there. He's not playing bad. It's the players around him that are finishing off his plays and making up for him being shadowed. He's doing the right thing.
I think at this point, like he's overworked. Like I've never seen a guy being like double shifted, triple shifted. So maybe he's tired. Maybe he's just tired at this point.
Everyone else needs to step up.
Everly and Nugent Hopkins, what a disappointment. Just saying. Have they even scored yet?
Like I've been
in this
saying,
playoff series?
I have no idea.
I don't think Eberle. I don't know how many points he has. Maybe 1, but I don't think he scored. Period.
No.
Nugent Hopkins. I don't think he's even got a. I don't even know if he has a point.
Yeah, he has.
He has?
I'm pretty sure he scored a couple.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dreisaitl's doing well.
He is doing well. He's on McDavid's line. What I think Edmonton should have did, instead of dumping your boy Hull for a defenseman, maybe throwing in an Eberle and someone else to go and get your Larson. You keep Hall, you put him on the wing with McDavid, and there you have him.
No, the Hall needed to go.
I don't know about that.
Why?
Hall needed to go because he was all about himself. From what I heard, he was not good in the locker room. He wasn't doing anything for that team. Why do you need him? Get rid of him. Start over.
Yeah, but there's so many other players that you could have gotten rid of that would make a difference, and you
Yeah, but
have an elite winger.
New Jersey
to play.
specifically told Edmonton they will not do that trade unless it's Taylor Hall. That's all they wanted was Taylor Hall.
Why wouldn't they tender other offers from other teams then and see what else you can get? Like, I'm not saying Larson's a bad player.
They
like,
wanted
Edmonton
Larson.
Needed it. Edmonton needed it, but at the same time, if you would have kept the left winger, your first line would have been an elite line in the NHL.
But when you're specifically eyeing one player and you know that's the player you want, and the other team's telling you this is all I'm taking from you, it's either do or die. That's what they wanted, and they got it.
So do you think if they didn't make that trade, do you think Edmonton still would have made the playoffs and be on this run right now?
No.
So Larson is that key.
You would have been down one good defenseman and had just another guy that just hangs around and scores goals that can't play any defense.
Just signing Russell would not have.
The Leafs should have signed Russell. That's my argument there. I
think
don't
you just
know.
wanted too much money. I think you just wanted too much money. You got to take into account who you're going to be signing in the next few years.
Yeah, but you need to sign him for a 20-year contract. You get him for 2 years till their contracts are expired. Then you move forward.
Yeah, maybe.
You got to be careful who they pick up and how much they pick up the Leafs because of upcoming contracts that are going to end. These players are going to want money.
Absolutely.
I don't know. We think it's going to be okay.
Absolutely. Now, I put Hall and Seguin would be in the same category. They were just bad in the locker room. They had bad attitudes. They just needed to go.
Seguin is a far better player, though. And they came in as the opposite.
In terms of what? This year? In terms
of his career. He got 70 points.
That's fine, but in terms of this year, he didn't do shit. He did nothing. The whole team did nothing.
What did Hall do?
What did Hall do?
He got like 60
Hall's got
points.
Nobody's...
Yeah,
he has nobody to play with him.
Seguin and Ben.
Camilleri.
He was injured after the season.
No, yeah. They're going to get the first round pick in New Jersey. See what they do with that. You were saying in the draft, who's the one
wow.
player?
Did you see the draft? All those teams got knocked back.
Yeah, I know.
Bad luck for the Canucks. I know how much you guys love them.
What was it? It goes New Jersey, Dallas?
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure.
Jersey, Dallas, and Philly.
So Dallas is going to get either Patrick or... I can't remember the other guy's name off the top of my head right now.
It's Jersey, Dallas, Philadelphia.
Oh, and Philadelphia made it. I didn't even see that. So Vancouver got knocked back, Phoenix got knocked back, and Colorado.
Yep, they all got knocked back. It's funny because
didn't
Philadelphia
Las Vegas
looks
get the
like they're
fifth
gonna
pick?
I gotta check, but Philadelphia looks like they're gonna turn around
New
next
Jersey,
season.
Philly, Dallas, Colorado, Vancouver, Las Vegas, Arizona, or is this like a mockery?
No, that seems legit, man.
Let me see.
What?
No, that seems legit.
Yeah, that's a mock draft.
I just read it now when I looked it up.
They showed Jersey celebrating a couple nights ago.
Yeah. Hall is the luck charm for first round picks. Is that what's going on these days?
Well, that's huge for New Jersey. That's huge.
Is that guy Patrick? Yeah, I'm told that he's going to be the first pick.
Yes.
Is he a center, winger? What is he?
I believe he's a center.
He's a centerman.
That's good. Could potentially have a first line center.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know.
So for you guys, who's been standing out in terms of players on all the teams that are currently in the playoffs right now?
Getzlaf.
I meant like for every team.
Oh, I don't want to
go
with...
if they're losing.
That's too many people.
Okay, St. Louis, Allen. Nashville, Pecorine. Anaheim, Getzlaf. Edmonton, Draisaitl. New York. In this series right now, I wouldn't say Lundqvist, but if it was the last series, we're going to go with Lundqvist. I don't really know from New York. I don't really know who's leading them in points and stuff like that. Ottawa, I'm going to go Carlson. Pittsburgh, I'm going to go Malkin. And Washington. I don't know, man. No one's really impressing me on Washington. All the hype around that team is not really... I wouldn't pick anyone on it.
It's definitely not Shattenkirk, who's just like a bucket out there.
They got to mix up their D pairings.
All right, so do I have to do this?
Go for it.
You don't have to.
Anaheim, Getzlaf. Edmonton, Connor McDavid. Nashville, Rene.
In the playoffs, you're going to pick...
Yeah, St. Louis, Joel Edmondson. Carlson on Ottawa, playing on like one leg. New York Rangers. That's a close one. I probably Lundqvist. Pittsburgh, Malkin. And with Fleury's playing pretty good, by the way.
He is playing well. But on that team, Malkin.
Washington, it's a tie between Backstrom and like Oshie.
I was thinking Backstrom as well, but then again, Washington is struggling to win games. Fire it off. I wouldn't pick anyone on.
It's definitely
Washington.
not Shattenkirk, who's just like a bucket out there.
They got to mix up their D pairings.
All right, so do I have to do this?
Go for it.
You don't have to,
Anaheim, Getzlaff. Edmonton, Connor McDavid. Nashville, Rene.
In the playoffs, you're gonna pick.
Yeah, St. Louis, Joel Edmondson. Carlson on Ottawa, playing on like one leg. New York Rangers. That's a close one. I probably Lundqvist. Pittsburgh, Malkin. And with Fleury's playing pretty good, by the way.
He is playing well. But on that team, Malkin.
Washington, it's a tie between Backstrom and like Oshie.
I was thinking Backstrom as well, but then again, Washington is struggling to win games. Fire it off. Who you got?
I would say TJ Oshie on Washington. I would say Malkin on Pittsburgh. Who's been, in your opinion, picking up the slack for Letang on Pittsburgh?
I don't even know any of the defensemen on.
Yeah,
Pittsburgh.
like I don't really like. There's
Trevor Daley.
It's tough to say. The team is good structurally, defensively. Like each line has those role players that are playing defense, even the forward lines, to make up for the defense, anyways. Like Pittsburgh never really struggled with defense.
What we got? So we did Washington.
You did Washington, Pittsburgh. You got New York, Ottawa.
New York, Ottawa. Well, Carlson, what a beast! He's just a beast, especially now on one ankle. He's unbelievable. New York, man. Lundqvist has not done anything. He has not played well.
In the second round, yes.
The
first round, it was all.
Oh, yeah, it was all him. I hope that he turns around because I feel that he is the backbone of that team. Nashville, St. Louis, Jake Allen, of course, Edmonton. Nashville, dude, that whole D, man, they're killer. So I'll go with Ryan Ellis, PK Rene, and Edmonton, Anaheim. Cam Talbot, man. I'm sorry. He's like, if he plays well, then they have a chance. And Anaheim, dude, Corey Perry, Ryan Getzlaff, awesome.
All right.
Hold on. What are your feelings on Cam Talbot? About what he's saying being the best player for Edmonton right now?
I'm laughing inside.
Why are you laughing inside?
Because he's just a goalie, man.
And what? What does that mean?
That's it. Every goalie's performing right now. There's not one goalie right now that you can look at the playoffs and say, wow, he's bad. So I'm not going to say, wow, he's bad. But it's the same thing. Like, look how good Fleury's doing, okay? They didn't play him at all last year because he's a bad goalie. No, you played Murray, a brand new guy. Like, we don't even know if Murray's actually good. He could have just had a good run in the playoffs. Like, he's playing on a really good team. You throw him on a bad team and let's see what he does for that team.
But didn't Murray play the whole regular season this year as, like, the starter?
Scott Darling just got traded from Chicago to Carolina, signed a 4-year deal or a 5-year deal for big money, like $5 million, to be their new starting goalie. Do we have anything big sample size for him? No, just a bunch of little stuff. Do we know if he's going to be good? No. You need like 3 solid seasons. If Talbot puts up numbers for 3 years straight, I'll say, okay, Cam Talbot's good.
So if Murray was healthy and he played instead of Fleury, do you think the Pittsburgh Penguins would still have the same success?
I don't know because Fleury's doing really well. We don't know if Matt Murray would have flopped in the playoffs.
Is Fleury a starting goalie?
Yeah. He's a bottom tier starting goalie, just like Talbot.
Okay.
I wouldn't even put Matt Murray in a top tier. Matt Murray's bottom tier. Anyways, let's get on to some fan questions here.
Fan questions? You don't want to do our little questionnaire?
Well, that's gonna be
too long.
That's gonna be at the end.
Okay. Nick, spit off the first comment.
Call this segment the Fan Zone.
The Fan Zone. It's coming from Canada Dangles. Thanks for your comment.
Basically our
Comments.
best friend of all time.
Well, his particular comment. Or her.
Thank you didn't talk about Hyman.
Who do you think the Leafs will pick up on D in the offseason? I was thinking Alzner. Go for it.
I think he's going to resign to Washington.
I don't know who else's contracts are coming up in Washington. If there's other players, key players that are coming up, they're going to probably spend their money on other players over Alzner. He's at an age right now where is he going to stay consistent? Is he going to be their best defenseman and all that stuff right now? But that's definitely a good choice in D. Alzner. Nick, what do you think?
Yeah, that's a great choice. I would have to agree in terms of age. If they can sign him for small money for a short-term contract, I mean, why not? But in terms of Toronto's case, they would have to look at their own sort of farm system to see if they have anything coming up. And for me,
I don't think they have much depth coming up. My question is like if he comes in, Alzner, is he going to make a difference on the blue line? Yes.
I think
if they were to sign a player,
of course
like
he'll make. Yeah, I think he'll make a
Yes.
difference.
and he's good because he'll help out the younger players on the team as well, the defensemen and everything like that.
Yes.
Whose place does he take? Hunwick, Pollock.
He's going to be definitely on the second pairing. He's going to be
sure?
definitely on the second pairing. Yeah. Those other guys don't stand a chance. So Matt Hunwick, Ron Pollock, they'll probably be the bottom pairing. Someone needs to fill that second pairing. So going forward, going into next season, I see Zaitsev and Garner being the top two, and then second pairing will be Morgan Riley and whoever they can get. And then the bottom pairing,
Pollock.
definitely not Merchant, and it'll be.
Are you sure not Merchant?
No.
I don't know why they didn't play Marchenko. I don't. Still to this day, I don't know why.
I don't know why either. I don't know what it is.
At all in the postseason.
I don't know what it is.
so
but going into next season, sorry. Going into next season, if he comes out of it and if he's NHL ready, Travis Dermott would be ideal for Toronto because they don't have to pick. They don't have to give up any assets to get him. He's already in the farm system. He's doing well with the Toronto Marlies and their playoff run. And I think he's like a plus 34. So, next year, give him a shot. See what happens.
All right, thanks for naming everybody in the Toronto Maple Leafs roster. I don't know. It's either you pick up Stone or you pick up Smith on free agency. There's not much out there. You're not going to get Kulikov. He's too expensive. So Alzner is going to be too expensive as well.
That's what I think as well.
So the very best bet is Stone and try to get him for under $4 million because he's solid defensively, or Smith because you could probably get him at like 2.5.
If they sign Stone for $4 million, that would be the top four guys there are going to be signed for like $4 to $5 million a year.
Well, I didn't say you had to pay him that much.
But the
Yeah,
thing
but
is,
you gotta remember,
Alzner's
once
not,
they're
the reason I don't think Alzner is going to re-sign with Washington is because how much money he's going to want.
Probably, but you got to remember, in the future, you're going to have three guys that are going to be done their entry-level contracts, and Nylander, Marner, and Matthews that are going to be looking for big money. You got to take that into consideration in terms of the cap room and how much money you're going to give them. So
That's what I mean. If you're going to sign Alzner and you have the money right now, it's got to be a one-year deal.
All right, next question.
CPAR?
CPAR, thank you for your question.
Bargo Complicado CPAR?
CPAR, awesome video, probably the best one yet. That was from the last episode. Thank you very much for that. Here's a question for you guys. If Pittsburgh continues to dominate and destroy the Capitals, will it tarnish your opinion of how the Leafs did in the playoffs? Perhaps the Capitals weren't as tough of an opponent as everybody thought they would be. Maybe if the Leafs played another team, it wouldn't have been as close as it was. Just a thought. But
You want to know what? Like, Washington, their key players, big name players, if they were rolling, they probably would have steamrolled the Leafs. Wouldn't have been as close. And against Pittsburgh is the better team, like in the atmosphere. But on paper, I think Washington is a way better team.
No, because the Leafs shouldn't even have made the playoffs, and they did, which is good on them. Whether they won or lost, whoever they faced doesn't matter at all.
I agree. Anything that the Leafs did this past season was a bonus. They shouldn't have been there, but they made it. So no, it doesn't.
You guys didn't even answer the question, man.
That's the question.
Is Washington that dangerous of a team?
Yeah, they're just not playing right now. Okay. I know it doesn't tarnish. Let's get the last question going.
There's a lot of questions. So.
Okay, so Canada dangles. Is Ottawa ever... Ottawa has never eliminated the Leafs from the playoffs, ever. Leafs always won. So, yeah, awesome video, boys. And I'm the one who said that comment last time. Took a look at it. And, yeah, you're all right. Thanks for the correction.
Damn right. Ottawa sucks.
We knew that.
I didn't.
He didn't.
I just remember the series as always being tight. It was like a strong rivalry. That's why I didn't like Ottawa back then.
Also, just to address another question, who was that by, or another comment?
Canada dangles.
No, the other guy?
Jackson Fort?
No.
Your biggest
There's one
fan?
more. John's...
Your biggest fan?
Yeah.
Where is he? Jackson Fort?
Okay, just to address you, Jackson Fort, I'm rated 99 because I am the best. Oh, clearly he didn't know that the Leafs never lost to...
Let's just say the producer
he likes Cam
made
Talbot.
a mistake on his overall rating.
Anyways, you guys...
Okay.
Wait,
You wanna
hold
throw
on,
our little
pause.
questionnaire?
Do we have time to do questionnaire? Okay, or
How
just...
much time we got left?
We don't have time.
Couple minutes?
Okay, let's just do one question.
Okay, so who you had the question?
Okay, you want me to do it?
Idea.
All right, one question. We got time for one question here from us. We'll do more questions than next time. Here's my question. You got two sections. You're building your all-star team, whatever. First, for goalies. First box, you got Patrick Waugh, Martin Brodeur, Dominic Hasek. Second box, you have Ed Belfour, Curtis Joseph, Chris Osgood. Pick two.
Okay, what franchise am I? Do I have?
It does not matter. Pick two goalies.
So go with the first box. Name them.
Patrick Waugh, Brodeur, Hasek.
Brodeur.
Okay, I pick Hasek.
Caps.
Border.
Brodeur?
Yep.
You wouldn't pick Hasek. 6 Vezina trophies, 2 Hart trophies. What other goalie wins Hart trophies?
Yeah and no. The thing is with Brodeur, he's like the all-time leader in all kinds of statistics.
Yeah, but he also... I'm not saying he's not the best goalie.
If
but
he was on it, that's why I asked franchise, because if Brodeur was on a better franchise team...
Okay, well, get it.
He
That's
would
your
have
pick.
those...
So, second box.
No, you looked like you were going to say something about Border. Go ahead.
That's it. He was just on a crazy good team. I'm not taking anything away from him, but maybe he wouldn't have amassed 600 plus wins. He might have been like 100 wins less or
that
something.
may be true, but towards at the end of his
Detroit was a way
run,
better franchise.
He's the best
than
goalie
New
of all
Jersey.
time.
Yeah,
okay?
he's the best goalie of all
Yeah.
time. But towards his Jersey run, he had nobody left.
All right, I just picked Hasek. I'm not saying he's the best goalie. That's just
Damn
my
right.
pick.
Okay, second box.
Ed Belfour, Curtis Joseph, Chris Osgood.
That's a tough box.
Drunk era Toronto Maple Leaf goalie Ed Belfour.
High five. Give me a high five. That's
good.
the same pick. But mine's more heavily drunk, younger Chicago era, but I'll take it.
Hey, man. See what he did? Did you see what he did against Ottawa?
Yeah, he led in like 37 goals in a game against Philadelphia in the playoffs.
Curtis Joseph was by far one of my favorite goalies, but I'm going to go with Chris Osgood.
That's not a bad choice. He did win the championships with Detroit.
That's exactly
I think he's the most underrated goalie of the 90s era. Anyways,
that team was a really good team, though.
Detroit?
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap this up.
All right, guys. This ends our episode here of 5 for Talking. Don't forget, leave your comments. If you want to answer our question that we just asked each other, go ahead. We'll cover up your comments in our next episode. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe.
Subscribe.
I nailed that ending.
Hey, what's up, guys? We here at Roblox Games put a lot of time and effort into our content, and it would be very much appreciated if you could drop a like on this video, and if you enjoy this video, please subscribe to our channel for more content.